Welcome everyone. Let's see, Howard, since it's kind of your day here, would you lead us in the pledge?
Glad to.
Thank you.
We ready? Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Before I start, I want to thank everyone who has helped me out as I've been gone quite a bit. And I wanted to thank Howard for stepping in. I called him from the airport at, I think it was about 11 o'clock at night. Said, would you mind leaving tomorrow? And he said, no problem. So I appreciated that. And then Terry also, where's Terry? There she is. Terry has, just steps in whenever I need her, so I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. So it allows me to be able to do what I have to do and still be president, and I couldn't do it without everybody, so thank you very much. Okay, let's go to welcomes. I'm going to start over here. Hey, welcome, Mark. And no, I always have to give Mark a bad time. We have a visitor.
Darren Engel from Tiburon. I never did go home. Just hanging out with family up here. Tiburon Sunset Rotary.
Wonderful. All right, welcome. And Rebecca, why don't you start with your...
Sure, I have Mary, and I actually brought my husband and Abe today.
We have some interactors.
I'm Greta.
Now you got to stand up.
We're from Interactive. I'm Greta. And
I'm Julia.
Welcome. Glad to see you. Down here, we're good. Howard?
Yes, I'm really pleased to introduce our program guests today. The Arla Trio is their name, and they're featuring Tim Randles, who's the pianist, and Mike LaBolle, who's the drummer, and Ken Lawrence, who's playing bass. And they're going to be performing jazz for us today. So really pleased to have them here.
Okay, these pictures I put in for Judy because I heard she didn't get to see them on the big screen last week. So, I know you talked about it because I watched the video myself. So, please, you want to briefly say about the past one? I do have the current ones coming up too.
yeah. Okay, so 2 weeks ago I'm in Seattle, Oregon, and then we stayed in Randy's father's house and cousin's house, and that one I did my first kayaking. Yeah, and then the first day, not the first day, the third day, and then we spent a day with Randy's father, and then we saw a double rainbow, and that's really nice. And then the lake and then double rainbows over there was really nice. And then we went to Bellingham. So that one is I think it's the park over there. And it's like, oh, I really want to go to Canada. But like, okay, fine. Yeah, and that one is my brother. Yeah, and then we spent the day with him. Yeah. And then Chipotle, which is really cool, but we didn't go up the top over there because it's like, okay, the weather is not really good, and then it's too rushed, so it's just like, okay, let's move on. And then I went to the whale, yeah, and okay, so last week before I say this office report, I want to thank you for paying some of my bill for me to go to Sacramento. Yeah, and then we went to the boat. I talked to the captain for an entire trip. I don't know, just it's really interesting where I'm from and we're in Taiwan, and then he spent some 2 years in Taiwan, and it was like, okay, let's just talk. And it was like, yeah, really good. And then we went to their summer exchange events. Yeah, it's going to go not all of that, because I know next week is our history conference, so not everyone's just going there. Yeah, it's really good. And then the first day we went to bowling, and then I don't know how to call that. It's like a shooting, like electronic shooting or
Laser tag?
Yeah, yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, so
Are you a good bowler? Do you bowl well?
yeah.
What was your score? Did you get a score?
I didn't check my score, but I think it's good. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Judy. Okay, Justin, this one's for you. Not very fancy, but I think it gets the word out.
Save the date, Fireside Week is going to be the 23rd and 24th and 25th of May. So I'm going to send that sign-up genius out tonight. Barbara, Romy, Jessica, and Rena have been gracious enough to host. So pick your favorite and show up, and we'll have a good time. Will be dark here that week.
Yes, man.
Will be dark
Doesn't matter what day.
And one more thing, Craig just reminded me, we will be dark that week, so don't show up here on Friday.
The meeting is the firesides.
The meeting is the Firesides, and I believe John needs help Thursday night with backpacks for kids. Is that right?
We'll let you know next week how we're doing that.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Okay, thank you. And then next week, I will be gone again, and I'm going to the district conference. So I know this slide's been up a lot, and we're finally here. Next week, next weekend I'll have to spend in Tahoe. I know, going to a lot of events, staying the Hyatt, maybe even getting a golf game in, who knows? So I think it's our celebration for the end of the year, and I get to see all, I think the big band is going to be some kind of a country western thing that Wolf likes, and there'll be a lot of country western going on. So I'll have to buy a wardrobe before I go because I'm not a country western person yet. But when I come back, I'll probably have to do some country western stuff here. So. All right, so that's our big celebration. And then we have another memorial event that's coming up June 2nd for Steve Broadhag. And I just was talking to several of the Rotarians from Southwest, and they were challenging me. They are having 6 teams that they're putting together. So we've got 2 for sure. And if there's anyone who is not playing golf and wants to play golf, Brian, I don't know if that means you, we've got room.
I'm on a team already, isn't that me?
Are you?
Well, I'm trying to get
Oh,
you
apparently you're not.
I think we'll get on it.
You better watch out or I'll steal. I need one more. So,
Yeah.
get your team.
Am I out?
Yeah.
Okay, Brian, you got back up with
Make
Jeff
the
Flakes
cut.
on you. All right, so that means we have probably 3.
Okay.
All right, good. And anybody else? Any other golfers? Terry?
Not me.
No? Okay.
I'm a bad golfer.
Bad golfers? No? No, we'll wait on that. We want to win. What? That's perfect. And I did just riding in the car. So you can also ride in the car, whatever.
I bet our drinking team will win. The Southwest is pretty, yeah.
But it's going to be a great event, June 2nd. So if you need a team or you're interested, Timothy, I think you're already on one. If you're available. June 2nd.
I'm going to be out of the country then.
Uh-oh. Okay, we have 2 spots now. Okay, so that's coming up. And then we have save the date, August 13th. This is a pedal for polio. I don't know if anyone wants to ride this far, but it would be an amazing experience. Any cyclists interested? No? Howard, maybe? Yeah, okay. Part of the way is allowed if you want to do that. So as I find out more about it in August, I'll let you know, but you should start training now. Okay. What I wanted to do today was talk a little bit about what's been going on for the year, because we've really accomplished quite a bit this past year. And I know we all come to these meetings, but behind the scenes, we're also out there, each of us doing our own thing too. to contribute to Rotary. So these again are the avenues, and they're divided up. Club service is one group, I'll call it, and then the community service are the other 4 avenues. And so Terry, would you tell us, Terry is the director of the club service avenue, which is that line. And so if you could tell us a little bit about what you guys have accomplished this year, which is what we spend our time doing behind the scenes.
So everybody who's associated with the club service avenue, if you please stand up. Howard, your programs. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So thank you. So it's a lot of people, and I really don't. You can sit down. He's not away. So there are a lot of people doing a lot of work to make these meetings come together, and I don't really do as much as collect everybody's reports and check in to make sure that they're okay. So Sergeants at Arms, led by Janice, make sure the room looks good, make sure that it's open, deals with the restaurant, so when we're dark, she cancels the meetings. Membership has been going great guns this year. If you're a new member this year, stand up, please. This is a little exercise. See,
yeah, I like
fitness stuff, so I'm doing fitness. And that's not all, and there are more coming. So the other part of membership is we established a mentorship committee a few years ago because we decided, you know, the sponsor is kind of the one who sells the idea, and then the mentor kind of helps them along if they have questions and maybe they don't want to ask their sponsor, or the sponsor's busy out getting more members, so they're not available. So we also have a mentorship committee, and we assign every new member a mentor. And that's a really important thing, and I think it's a unique feature in our club, and I like that part of it a lot. The program committee has been going great guns. We have had a great program every single time. I think we probably have more programs planned into the next Rotary year, too. What am I forgetting? Oh, fellowship. Charter night. Woohoo! Charter night. Hello. It was a party committee, and there's a rumor of one more fellowship event coming up before the end of the Rotary year, so there is a lot to do. But anyway, club service, we have almost no budget. I complain about that all the time in board meetings, and no one listens to me, but that's okay. So anyway, we do a lot, and it really relies on the great volunteers we have to make it all happen. So thank you very much.
Thank you. That's the club part of what we do behind the scenes, and then we have the community part, where we're out there in the community giving donations and working for events and making ourselves Rotary and our particular club visible. And so the Community Service Committee is led by Carol. She could not be here today, but she will talk about what she does in community service and financial assistance next time. And then the other part of the community service are our fundraisers. And we had 2 big fundraisers this year. Taste of the Holidays brought in more money than we have in the past and was also more profitable. We raised the price a little bit, we got more people involved, and it worked out to be a fantastic event, really strong committee. Those of you who were on that committee and who are here today, would you please stand up? It was a very well-run event. And then, of course, we had the spring fundraiser most recently. And I think we've got the accurate number, Brian, is it around $22,000 profit?
Yep.
Yeah? So about $22,000 to our bottom line from the event. And so for those of you who all helped with that wonderful event, would you please stand up? Brought something or donated something or put something in the raffle, would you please stand up?
Everybody.
Everybody. That's your question. Yeah. So thank you to all of you. You can see that what a big club event that spring fundraiser was. And I know every year we go into it like, oh God, can we do this? And what's it going to be? And then once we get it figured out, it's just a blast. And I still keep getting people coming up to me going, what a fun event that was. So everybody appreciated all of our work. I think it's really good to get the Rotary name out there. Plus, we raised $22,000 in one event. So good job, everyone, and we will put that money to good use year after year. So thank you. For our international service, Maggie is our director there. So if you'd say a little bit about
This is an easy thing to be a director of because everybody involved is so involved. I'd like to recognize our committee. I'm kind of nicknaming us this morning the Nomads because we traveled all across the world this last year. And so if you're on the committee, please stand. There's a few people not here. Obviously, they're traveling somewhere.
They're probably standing though.
They're probably standing in
Probably,
line. So we've been to Honduras, Mexico, Haiti, Botswana, South Africa, Pakistan, the Philippines, and I think we've got a trip going to Nepal. But we didn't do this ourselves. We've been traveling with the ambassadors that have helped us get these things together, aged from 20 to 80. The people we've worked with Logan White on a program. We have a retired Peace Corps volunteer nurse who's 80, who's in Honduras still doing work. 5 of the people that we've worked with are connected to other Rotary clubs or our Rotary club in some way. And students, hairstylists, a doctor, a nurse, a princess, a dentist, and someone who likes to hike. I'm not sure what his connection is. And it's been amazing. They've all been passionate about the projects that they have seen and they brought to us, and that connection that they have with the projects has helped us connect. So it's been really exciting. We know Rotary is about service. It's a global organization, and being able to be involved in a global way from Arcata is really a wonderful thing. And I want to ask all of you who have been able to successfully bid on an auction item this year, if you would all stand. Those of you who successfully got an auction item at one of our Final Friday events.
Oh, yes, bunch.
Awesome. Okay, so what I want to challenge the rest of us to do is, well, the other question is how many of you successfully have donated, besides the auction items, your $100 toward the Rotary we were doing an extra thing this year where we all donated $100 to the foundation. How many have done that? Stand up. This is exercise. So as part of the report for the Rotary Foundation, which is, we had a very challenging goal this year. We haven't hit it, and those of you who did not stand up, have not done your $100 commitment, or have not won a prize or bid on a prize and been successful, please, before the end of June, please make a donation to the Rotary Foundation. Help us meet our goal and help us do these works all over the world. So, and then, yeah, that's about it. So, give well, give often.
Service, the director's Ray, and he could not be here today, but I know that Jessica participated in an event, so maybe you could tell us a little bit about your experience there.
Sure. Vocational service is a committee that works to be able to celebrate our professions, because remember, we come to Rotary because of the professions and the varied professions that come together, and so it's sort of a component of celebrating that, but also exploring the opportunities that exist as a result of the fact that we are all from diverse vocational backgrounds. The committee has been working to do some outreach. We work with Jim Ritter at the high school to be able to provide support to his students as they're looking at careers, and we've done a number of job shadow, or we've helped to coordinate a number of job shadow events with him, as well as when he sets up his various Humboldt Live presentations, he will often call upon members of the club to be able to be part of his panel. having sat in on a couple of those panels, we found some real inspiration and thought, there's some really wonderful information that's available here. Let's see if we can bring it to a little bit older audience, maybe that's a little bit closer to being out into their, starting their careers. And so we made outreach to Humboldt State, and the week before, we were invited to come and present at a classroom at Humboldt State. So it was a classroom of accounting students, and the professor asked for people from the financial services background. So AJ Gonzalez came, and Brian Plumley came, and Tomas was there, Rachel Dammy came, and I was there as well. And so we talked a little bit about professions and our careers in the financial services sector, ways of being able to enter it, etc. And it was really, I mean, as inspiring as it is to be able to talk with the high schoolers about it, it was really fun to be able to talk with young people who are really right on the verge of, okay, what do I do next? Because everybody in the classroom was seniors, and over half of them were graduating seniors. And so that was kind of a fun presentation that we were able to make happen. So
Awesome. Thank you, Jessica. And then our new generation, Steve's going to talk about that. You want to go ahead?
Sure, I'll just give a real brief
Yeah,
presentation. You know, there's a lot of great things happening with the young people in our community, and Rotary's always been a very great supporter of that. And youth activities, Rebecca has stepped up this year to help lead that. That includes the Kids Tabs and Rotary. And for a number of years, she's been doing some work with that. A lot of you may have volunteered when she does that run that goes all around the community center, and Rotary's quite involved in that activity. It's a really great activity, and it's a wonderful volunteer activity just for the afternoon when Rebecca has a call for help. It's a really fun thing to especially see those little kids. You help them so they don't get lost on the run along. It's really fun. And competitions and scholarships, sort of quiet during the first part of the year. I'm sure it is cranking up this time of the year as the students are getting ready to graduate, which is a really great thing that Rotary does to support our students there. Interact Rotaract. Our club is very, very involved with Interact and Rotaract. Got a number of our members who are quite engaged with that. Interactors we often see at our meetings, which is really great, and Rotaractors too. Interactors make great Rotaractors. Rotaractors make great Rotarians. We have a number of Rotarians who sort of come through the whole system through Rotaractor here, which is really wonderful to really keep our club infused with new people. And Youth Exchange, something near and dear to my heart, since Judy lives with us, and she is really an absolute dream. We love her very, very much. We are so glad to have her. It is a pleasure and a privilege to be able to help support Youth Exchange, and to have Judy part of our family. And Claire and Ian have worked very, very hard amongst a lot of other people to make this program happen. It does take a lot of dedication. It does take host families. It is a certain amount of effort. It's a bit of a gamble. You never know exactly what you're going to get, but sometimes you hit the jackpot, and it is well worth it. So I certainly encourage you to get involved with the Youth Exchange and help support that program. So a lot of great things happening with young people here and with our club.
How many scholarships? How much in scholarships do you get?
What is the total scholarship? I don't know that off the top of my head. How much in scholarships?
Oh, we do 1,500, which is a 4-year reoccurring, and then 3 1,000s is the set amount. But we normally every year ask for more. So just get ready.
More coming.
There's too many great students out there that I'm sure when you're reviewing the applications, it's hard to choose like who is the best when there are so many great ones out there to help support. So, good question.
Well, great. Let's give a big hand for it. Thank you very much. Say one more thing. So
Yeah, I have jet lag. So I mentioned the Rotary Foundation in passing, but what I didn't do is call out to the committee that keeps that going. And Terry Clark is the one that makes sure we do these Final Friday events, and she actually has a committee that help work. They meet once, they drink, and then I think that's it. But great committee. But please be active with that. It is a way to get money to these programs and to support Rotary. So sorry for the jet lag, but I've been traveling.
Yeah, that's what you guys do. Yeah. Okay. So just for review, club service, that's one group, and then community service is another, and community service is also a committee, and it includes the fundraising committee. And then we have international service is another avenue, and these are photos from a school that we donated to, and this was from someone in South Ukiah who contacted us. And this was a school that he went to as a child, and then he went back to look at it as an adult, and it had not changed a bit. In fact, it was a little bit worse. And so he got Rotary involved, and they have rebuilt the school. And so these are some photos.
Susan?
Yes.
Could we interrupt? I think John has a presentation to give to you because you supported that program
Oh, I'll
with
take that, yeah.
your discretionary funds.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
This was actually not funded through our committee. This was funded through special funds from the president's discretionary slush fund that may or may not actually exist. But we have some flags from Mexico and the United States.
Oh, thank you.
To thank you for the contribution.
Thank you very much. Yes, so I get flags and a really cool pin, thank you, and Mexico gets a school, so that's pretty cool what Rotary does. So those are the pictures and the bonds that we're making internationally. And then we also have vocational service, Jessica talked about, and Ray leads, and here's some photos from the classroom. I think you may have seen them, no, you didn't see one. So these are up. And then the New Generations Committee, and Judy's part of the New Generations Committee. So that gives everyone kind of an overview. Yeah, Rebecca?
Susan, I just wanted to throw it out there. The youth services haven't been incredibly active quite so much this year, so I'd love for anybody who's like energized in youth services to maybe let me know as we're going into a new Rotary year with Dustin. I'd love to see us, maybe actually have a meeting, maybe, maybe do another activity or two. So I just thought, especially new members, if, especially new members who might have kids, might be interested in youth activities. If folks are interested in that committee, let me know. I'd like to build it up better next year. So,
great.
Thanks.
And thank you for saying that, Rebecca. And I think that's true for everyone. If you see a committee or you've seen a committee that you would want to be part of, I know Dustin will be organizing those committees. And it's really easy. You just send him an email and say you want to be on that committee. Or if you know the chairperson, go directly to them. And we'll put you to work because there's a lot going on in addition to our meetings. So let's, before we start, we're getting ready to start with a fantastic music session. But I just wanted to give a round of applause in general to all of us for all we do and how much we appreciate our club and that we're all part of this wonderful club. So let's give it Okay, Howard, would you like to introduce?
I'd like to say more about our guest combo. Last year, you might remember, we decided to have a music program, and my piano teacher is Tim Randles. He's not only a great teacher, but a leading jazz musician here in Humboldt County. And he came along with Rob Diggins, and they gave us an incredible program of music. And we got a lot of feedback from you that you really enjoyed that program. So the program committee thought, let's repeat it this year. Now Rob was not available, but Tim suggested he could bring his trio, which we have here. And again, Tim Randles, the pianist, Mike LaBolle, the drummer, and Ken Lawrence has joined them recently playing the bass. This trio performs quite often here in Humboldt County. Places I know of are the Morris Graves Museum Sunday afternoon sessions. Del Arte, in fact, are you music director? I know you actually...
I've done a few shows.
He's done a few shows. And when he says he's done a few shows, that means he actually composes the music as well as has his combo perform it. Other places, they're
We're the host band for West Haven Center of the
for
Arts.
West Haven. I know I've heard you at Libation. Some other local places. And is there anything else you want to mention about your activity coming up?
Let's see what we got coming up. Oh, we'll be at the Folk Life Jazz Night coming up in July.
Okay. So it's a real treat. I've heard, another place I wanted to mention is Speakeasy.
Oh, yeah.
On Tuesday nights.
That's
It's
kind of a
terrific.
different band. That's a different
time?
band, though. That's the Opera Alley Cats.
Okay. Tim has several bands. But at what time should they come for that?
That's at 7:30.
7:30, and it's terrific. So Tuesday nights at Speakeasy, over in the alley in Eureka. So they're going to play a few tunes for us now. Let's welcome our guest.
Good morning, guys. It's been freedom. It has a lot of freedom creative.
So are you creating as you go?
Yes,
or-
we have kind of a basic framework, and then you create all around that. It's always different.
So today will be something you've never done before.
The framework will be the same, but the music will be totally
Great. Thank you. Okay, 3, let's get it out of your way.
Oh, you can leave that picture on the wall.
Okay, so wait. You got it. It'll inspire you.
So it is.
Are we ready? Mm-hmm.
Together, we sort of laugh nice. Nothing? Okay. We'll take a big jam. Oh, yeah, okay.
I wish I could say absolutely yes.
I know you were trying to.
A little bit shorter than that.
Yeah,
Next
man,
slide.
that was spectacular.
finishing up our last planning and trying to get together our spaghetti feed, which is next Friday. So everyone put that on your calendars if you guys want to come and enjoy some spaghetti and Dutch raffle items. It starts from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the AHS Fine Arts Building.
Don't the proceeds for that go to an international project, I think?
They do. They go to the Rotary Action Group Against Child Slavery, which we donated to last year, but it's a really good cause, and they're really appreciative.
So it's a great way to support the interactors and have a little spaghetti. They put the feed on entirely themselves without...
Tickets are $8 per person, and then $30 for a group of 4.
And what night is it again?
Next Friday, the May 12th at 6 o'clock
And the location?
at the RCAS Fine Arts Building. And I think next week I'll remind you guys.
Okay, great.
Awesome. Great, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, it's raffle time, I believe.
It is raffle time.
Tim, who's got some CDs. He's going to pull out a couple of lucky winners. Ticket is 770. Look quick, dig deep.
Right here.
$20 for the CD. So the next lucky 3 numbers are 753. 753.
Again.
Lisa, did you check that one down there? Okay, 753. Someone has that number. Okay.
We got here early.
You didn't laugh.
Probably Roman.
Tim, you're gonna have to reach again. Oh. Hey,
Judy's got one more chance.
This is the one. All right, here we go. 803. You get $5. That's it, thank you.
That's it, all right. I'll leave us with a quote. Small deeds done are better than great deeds planned. So let's go out and put our hands in action. Thank you all. Thanks for the wonderful.
I know it.